video, I'm gonna tell you everything you need to know about the John Deere HR 2520GH pressure washer. What's up guys, this is Brent with Western Equipment. Now to start, let's talk a little bit about the model number here on this John Deere pressure washer. Now like most John Deere model numbers, the numbers within the model number itself are going to correspond to different things about the unit. So to start here at the beginning with the prefix, we have an HR, so this is going to stand for homeowner or residential. Now you're going to see other types of pressure washers throughout the John Deere lineup that are going to have different prefixes, such as PR, for example, for a professional grade. But here we have an HR. The next is going to be the 2520. This is going to display the amount of PSI that this machine will put out. So we're looking at 2500 PSI that corresponds to that 2520. And then the last, we're going to have GH, which is going to stand for gas and Honda. So this is a 2500 PSI cold water Honda engine gas powered pressure washer. Now the other thing that we're going to see here below the model number is obviously the 2500 PSI, and also we're going to see this 2.8 gallons per minute. Now what this is going to be for is we need to keep in mind our gallons per minute, as this sometimes gets confused that this is only about how much the pressure washer can put out. Now what we have to consider here too is that we need this amount of flow from the source that we're pulling from to be able to make this machine work correctly. So the thing about having only 2.8 gallons per minute is that this is going to work great in a homeowner and residential type area, as you will have that type of flow normally coming from your outdoor faucets or wherever you're going to be hooking this up to, from the garden hose, those different types of things. Now if you're looking into maybe a different size of pressure washer, you may see that you have a higher gallons per minute, so you need to make sure that whatever area that you're using this in, you do have the correct amount of flow to go into the unit. That way your machine isn't starving for that water whenever you're trying to run it. Moving to the engine, what we're going to have here is a Honda GC 160, meaning that this is a 160cc Honda engine. Now this is going to take regular unleaded fuel, as it will have a separate reservoir for the engine oil itself. Now some small engines like this are going to take a pre-mixed fuel, but this just takes regular unleaded. Right here you're going to have this nice wide fuel opening over here on the left hand side of the unit, and then right next to that we are going to have our choke lever here, where we're going to pull out for choke on and push in to turn the choke off. We're also going to have our throttle lever right here, where all the way down is off and then up here is on. Then we do have our pull start mechanism right down here on the front. Now as far as maintenance items go on this machine, one thing that we need to keep in mind is that we do have an air filter right here on top that we can easily pop that cap off, take this filter out and change it when necessary, pop the new one back in, and then pop the top on just like that. Then right next to it, right on top of the engine, you are going to have a single spark plug. You just simply take that cap off, and then right here is going to be your spark plug. Nice and easy to get to, easily removable, easy service on this machine here. Now as far as our oil reservoir goes, we're going to be right over here on the side. We're actually going to have a drain plug right here, and then we'll also have an oil fill right back here, and this oil fill will also have a dipstick built into it, so you can check that oil level whenever you're running this machine, or you think it's time to change this oil. You can definitely check that level very easily right there at the oil fill. Now for starting this machine, we'll go ahead and go through that procedure. The first thing that we're going to want to do is make sure that we hook up the hose to the back of our machine into the inlet. Next, we want to make sure and go and turn our faucet or our water source on. We want to make sure that we have water flowing to this machine before we ever try to start the engine. Now the next thing that we're going to want to do, especially on a cold start, is we're going to go ahead and pull out our choke lever, and then next we will go ahead and raise our throttle all the way up. Then we'll go ahead and crank the machine until it starts. And then once that's done, we want to go ahead and push back in our choke lever. And then once we've done this, the next thing that we want to do is go ahead and attach one of our nozzles. As we see here, we have 3 different nozzle choices. We're gonna wanna go ahead and put one of those in and then hold down on the trigger to make sure and bleed all of the air out of that line to allow this machine to build pressure. Talking about features of this machine and some of the things that make it great for being a homeowner type machine are going to be, for one, is going to be this self-contained detergent tank right here. So you'll notice this tank right below the engine that has a cap on it that does say soap only. So you can open that up, fill this with whatever detergent mixture you would like to put in this, whether it be that degreaser, maybe it's just soap before washing vehicles, whatever that may be. You do have a detergent tank here, and you'll notice that we have a clear hose that runs all the way up and back here to our pump assembly. So that is going to be a low pressure injection system that's going to inject that detergent straight into the line, so you can do that heavy duty washing with this machine with detergent if you wanted to. Now, the next thing that I really like is we do have these isolators right here on the engine. This greatly reduces that vibration. As you can see, we're on a smaller frame here since this is a homeowner unit. So that is nice to have those isolators to help deter some of that vibration from the engine whenever you're running this machine. Now, the next thing here up on the frame is you'll see these 2 knobs here on both sides. These are going to be able to be loosened here, so you can actually flip down this top handle whenever you're storing this unit just for more room and ease of access. You do have that option. And then this machine is going to come with 3 different tips here to go with your 36-inch wand with pistol grip. So what you're going to have is a 15 degree, a 25 degree, and then you're also going to have a detergent nozzle. So the difference here on a detergent nozzle that I'll point out is that with our 15 degree and 25 degree, these here are going to put out either a 15 degree pattern or a 25 degree pattern, depending on which one you're using, whereas the detergent nozzle has a lot larger opening here, and this is going to allow for more flow, getting that detergent onto the surface that you're washing to make sure that you get that evenly distributed across that surface. At the back, we are going to have that cast iron pump with our water inlet here, and it is going to come with a 25-foot hose with a hose hanger and also a wand hanger mounted directly here onto the machine. And then our water inlet is right back here. Now, some of the things that this machine is going to be great for are going to be things like washing vehicles, as we know that we don't want to get too powerful so that we're not chipping paint, things like that, but this is going to be a great machine for washing vehicles. Or maybe you're washing your tractors off. Maybe you own a small tractor where we're having to clean up, after a job. Maybe the tractor is really dirty from doing a brush cutting job, or maybe a road grading job, or maybe we have just a little bit of a hydraulic leak somewhere and we're looking to get that off. This machine can definitely do that, as you'll see here in the clips. Now, also, this machine is going to have the power to clean concrete. So right out here in front of the barn, use this machine to clean our small slab out in front. And as you can see here in this clip, guys, it did an amazing job. It was able to blow that dirt and debris away, and the concrete looked 100% different whenever I was finished with that job. Another really nice feature to these machines is just how easy they are to move around. They are not heavy. They have a very good weight distribution where they're easy to pull back. We have these large semi-pneumatic wheels here on the back that are easily movable. So this thing is great for moving around the property, no matter where you need to take it, whether it be the porch, maybe it's around the pool, maybe it's out back on the driveway to clean that vehicle, maybe it's out at the barn to clean that tractor off. Whatever those things are that you're needing to do, this is a great overall unit, and I highly suggest you check one out. If you're looking for a pressure washer, maybe you've had one in the past that's a 1500 PSI or 1400 PSI that was electric, and you just weren't quite happy with it, maybe check into one of these here, moving up to that 2500 PSI and moving to a gas engine versus an electric pump makes a world of difference. So if you're in that market, I highly suggest you check these out. And if you like this video, I just ask you to hit that like button and subscribe to the channel, and we'll see you next time. Hey guys, make sure to check out this cool video and this one. Buy your parts right up here and subscribe right here.